Hello guys and welcome to my channel Manhwa Monster, and today I am going to tell you about top 10 murim world manhwa and manhwa with more than 100 plus chapters part 1. So without further ado, let's start our video. Number 10. Wandering Warrior of Wudang. The evil sect's heavenly master Hyuk Ryan Mugong that rebelled against the heaven, and one of the three great power of Murim, the most powerful person on the land, near to the deathbed as his old age coming to an end. When going to die, suddenly his most loyal subordinate Xian Wu Myung bring him the herb of immortality, to attain the immortality and bring him back to life. During the process of feeding the herb, although he don't come back to life but his soul travels and enter to an dying young man's body, whose name is Jinmu, and as soon as he entered the body, he became the first-class disciple of a master called Myung Jin. So what will be the journey of RMC from now on? This manhwa currently has 104 chapters and it is an ongoing manhwa, so try to read and enjoy it. Number 9. Peerless Dad. A very hard-working man named as No-So is a common man with the great ambition to becoming a peerless martial artist as a son of a normal wanderer for Pete's sake as his father in the martial arts society. But not wanting to be like his father, he tried hard to become a great martial artist, but getting defeated by a single man in the fight, he decided to pursue the life of a wandering traveler once more, and coincidentally he met a woman named as Mirasio and got married to her and live a happy life with her until the day she died after giving birth to 3 children at the same time with having a weak body. Now No-So have to raise the children with great care as a father, so he has to step his foot into martial arts again. So what will happen to him in his journey? This manhwa currently has 264 chapters. It is a great manhwa, so try to read it. Number 8. Bowblade Spirit. The bow is a weapon that dominates everything in sight, even for targets hiding at distances too far for the eyes to see. Just imagine a weapon you can't even see targeting your life. A young child named as So Moon practicing this art by inheriting it from his family by his brutal grandfather, and also learning a blade martial art called as triple unity swordsmanship from his ancestor. Now he became a man with key-guided arrow. After he learns everything from his grandfather that needs to be learned, he then begin his journey to Zongyuan in search for a wife. The rise of a hero who will overturn the Murim world with his key-guided arrow, key guidance that's stronger than both the key-guided sword and blade. This manhwa currently has 147 chapters. It is an interesting manhwa, so try to read it. Number 7. Poison Dragon. The legend of an Asura, a child named as Jagang poisoned by a man named as Mangryo from the poison sect. Although the child survived somehow getting the poison tolerance by eating the 5-colored centipede which poisoned him, but his mother can't survive from the poison and died. While Jagang bite the man who was responsible for this with the shell of the 5-colored centipede, and because of it that man has to cut his leg to survive. His grandfather also died by saving him. He then left the child alive and experiment on him by the anger of losing his leg because of him. Because of the extreme anger, he inserts various type of poisons in his body to see how he can endure this. But surprisingly he got the complete tolerance from the poison and escaped from him to take revenge after getting stronger. So what will he do now? This manhwa currently has 133 chapters. It is a good manhwa, so try to enjoy it. Number 6. The Scholar's Reincarnation. A warrior who is used to be very strong and ruthless, hated by many people and feared by all, died in a battle by the monk who is one of them. The monk sacrificed himself to kill him in the battle. Although he died in the battle without any pain because of the monk, he got reincarnated as Junwoo Wang, the eldest son of the revered Lord of Suzhou. Now as his father is a scholar, so he has to study to become a scholar. But as he has been a great martial artist and a warrior in his previous life, he now has the strength of a martial artist and knowledge of a scholar. So now he is both a callous and a noble, with this kind of strength where his journey will leads him to. It is a fine action comedy pack manhwa. This manhwa currently has 198 chapters. It is an interesting manhwa, so try to enjoy it. Number 5. Sword Sheath's Child. Vera is a kid who loves fishing, living and wandering in the wilderness with his dwarf grandfather. One day, his grandfather tells Vera to wait for him at the northern part of the forest and disappears. Vera waits for many years living in forest while befriending a family of bears and staying away from humans, just as his grandfather had warned him to do. By chance he meets and saves Tanyu's life and later becomes friends with him. Upon hearing his friend going on a dangerous mission, Beer leaves the forest for the world outside to save his Tanyu. This manhwa is also known as Child of the House of Blades. This manhwa currently has 102 chapters. It is a manhwa with a very good artwork. So try to read it. Number 4. Chronicles of Heavenly Demon. The successor of the Spear Master sect and his apprentice Hyuk Woon Seong were framed of learning a forbidden demonic art and slayed a helpless and pitiful death by the hypocrites of the Orthodox sect. The moment Woon Seong faced his death, the artifact of the Spear Master sect emitted a light and gave him a new life. The life is number 900, a trainee of the demonic cult. The two identities, the Orthodox sect and the demonic cult. But his objective is one, vengeance, accepting his destiny and remembering his grudge. Woon Seong trains in martial arts and his time of revenge slowly comes close. Take over the demonic cult and punish the hypocrites of the Orthodox sect. The revenge story of number 900, Woon Seong growing in tasks of life and death. The webtoon version of author Il Wong's popular wuxia novel, Chronicles of the Heavenly Demon. This manhwa currently has 212 chapters. This is a good manhwa with great artwork, so try to read it. Number 3. Record of the War God. A man named as Mu So Wall opened his eyes 20 years later to stop the martial art cults aiming to dominate the Midlands. After fighting his way throughout an cult and beating them, the cult's leader appeared to fight with him asking who are you? During the fight, he not only defeat him, but also revealed that he is Mu So Wall, the war god. After hearing this everyone got stunned. Suddenly the cult leader laughed and said that it is a nonsense because the war god died in the war 20 years ago. Mu So Wall say if you want to believe it then be it. Not like the fate of you and others will change either way, and it is just that you will be the first one. After that he left to join the Murim coalition's purpose of founding Cheon Sodan with a new identity. He now will get his revenge. This manhwa currently has 150 chapters. It is a good martial arts manhwa, so try to enjoy it. Number 2. Memoir of the King of War. A child named as Dan Saw Yu live with his older sister and a brother named as Juk San in a small village together, although they are not real brother and sister. But they live happily in the village, until some people showed up to take his sister to be the bride of their clan's Yang master. They mercilessly killed his brother and hang him up in a tree to be get killed by the wolves. Then take his sister away from him. After that, suddenly an old man came and take him as his successor, and train him in martial arts of heavenly artillery general. Then after in a fierce battle with the 3 great martial artists in the world, in a place called Mount Myohyang, he then in his last moment told Dan Saw Yu to find his daughter. After his training, he left to find the whereabouts of his sister and the daughter of the masters. This manhwa currently has 173 chapters. It is a good action manhwa, so try to enjoy it. Number 1. Legend of the Northern Blade. When the world was plunged into darkness by the silent night, martial artists from all over the place gathered to form the Northern Heavenly Sect. With overwhelming strength from the Northern Heavenly Sect, the silent night was pushed away, and the people began to enjoy peace once more. However, as time passed, the martial artists from the mainlands began to conspire against the Northern Heavenly Sect, and eventually caused the death of the 4th generation sect leader, Jin Quan Ho, destroying the sect with it. As everyone left the sect, Jin Quan Ho's only son, Jin Mu Won, was left behind. Mu Won has never learned anything about martial arts, but he eventually finds the martial techniques secretly left behind by his father and begins to acquire the martial arts of the Northern Heavenly Sect. This is one of my favorite manhwa. This manhwa currently has 161 chapters. You will enjoy this manhwa. So this is the part 1 of top 10 martial arts manhwa and manhwa more than 100 plus chapter. If you guys want to see part 2 of this video, then let me know by the comments below. And please like and subscribe to know more interesting manhwa and manhwa suggestion of top 10. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.